Never in my life have I felt a highway so cold as the one that runs through Coyle County. It chills me to the bone. Did a lot more things wrong than I could ever do right. But what is done in the darkness will always come to light. I'm taking a long way to Gatesville. I ain't in no hurry to meet my fate. You can show me to the Lord behind that prison gate, but I'm taking the long way to Gatesville. I never loved the needle like I love you. If only you could love me like you love the needle too. Look at where I'm headed. Oh my God, look where I've been. They're gonna throw the book so hard I'll never be free again. I'm taking the long way to Gatesville. I ain't in no hurry to meet my fate. You can show me to the Lord behind that prison gate, but I'm taking the long way to Gatesville, yeah. You can show me to the Lord behind that prison gate, but I'm taking the long way, yeah, to Gatesville.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! 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 Up to the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
Thought I'd end up settling down like everybody does in this old town. I had a brand new job, I had it all mapped out, but on the corner of 4th and Main, man, I turned around and followed a girl with fire in her eyes. And right when I saw her, it was gonna be a crazy ride. Free as the wind, places I've never been. A love like I never felt before. 'Cause I followed a girl up by the bay. So we got a little one-bedroom out in Marina Del Rey. We didn't stay long, she had a gypsy side. But wherever she moved, she knew I'd be close behind. 'Cause I followed a girl with fire in her eyes, and right when I saw her, it was gonna be a crazy ride. Free as the wind, places I've never been, a love like I never felt before. 'Cause I followed a girl. When that day comes and I'm standing at heaven's keys, they ask me how I got there. You're probably gonna hear me say that I followed a girl with fire in her eyes, and right when I saw her, it was gonna be a crazy ride. Free as the wind, places I've never been, a love like I never felt before. 'Cause I followed a girl. Yeah, I followed a girl.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a hit song. His name is Austin Poole, and that is called Follow the Girl. I've been trying to get his Twitter account, but I haven't been able to find it. He needs to get one so we can follow him. But I love that song. Isn't he great? I would sign him to a record deal in a heartbeat. That is an absolute hit song. Before that, another brand new artist, Lindsay Buchanan. Haven't got her Twitter account either. I found her on Facebook, and they actually shared to our group page, Indie Country Radio, Artist of Indie Country Radio, and that's how I found Lindsay Buchanan and a great tune called Gatesville. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Today's Country. I'm your host, Tim Kelly, doing the morning thing today, and we're going to have a good time. I've got a great radio interview lined up with Miss Kerri Haer. We're going to talk to her. She is from the state of Maine. We're going to we're going to find out what she's got going on in the world of music, country music specifically today. We're playing the best in new country music by unsigned indie artists, and we've got a good-looking playlist, but I guarantee you can help me with it. Come into my live chat room on Spreaker.com. Just search Indie Country Radio, and we will get your music on the radio right now. All right? Sound good? Mr. Jason Cassidy is up next from the great state of Texas. This is called How Good Love Feels. You can follow him at J Cassidy on that big Twitter machine. Right now he is live on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
What are the chances of running into you today without him by your side and getting in the way? I know that he hurt you, and I know he made you cry. Trust me, girl, it's not true love. Let me show you the other side. I want you to know so bad how good love feels. He don't care about you, baby, but I always will. I want to hold you, girl, let me show you what he's giving you ain't real. I want you to know so bad how good love feels. I'm not standing in the shadows anymore. I'll come right out and tell you he's not what you're looking for. I want to take you to a place you've never been. Girl, he's just your lover, but I can be your best friend. I want you to know so bad how good you to know so bad how good love feels. He's only lying with you. He's not telling you the truth. He's out chasing other women, but I'm only chasing you. I want you to know so bad how good love feels. He don't care about you, baby, but I always will. I wanna hold you, girl, let me show you what he's giving you ain't real. I want you to know so bad how good love feels. How good love feels.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I guess I'm gonna have to burn this house down. 'Cause honey, your leaving's killing me. We put these walls up together and they still stand tall. But every loose board on this hardwood floor screeches out of memory. And I can't go on like this, just dwelling on it used to be. I can fix these halls and patch these walls, but there's no patching up you and me. There's a memory in every single room. I can't seem to get rid of you. A two-story reminder of a love that didn't work out. I'm gonna have to burn this house down. I guess I'm gonna need to pack up a few things. Whatever don't break my heart to see. Looking around, I don't see much that's been untouched. Everything must go, pictures and clothes, and I guess I don't need this key. 'Cause I can't go on like this, just dwelling on it used to be. I can fix these halls and patch these walls, but there's no patching up you and me. There's a memory in every single room. I can't seem to get rid of you. A two-story reminder of a love that didn't work out. I'm gonna have to burning memories till there's nothing but ash. I'm starting fresh, yeah, I'm starting from scratch. 'Cause I couldn't go on like that, just dwelling on you and me. I could have tried to pretend, say that it could have been fixed when I knew damn well that it couldn't be. With an old matchbook and a can of gas, I said goodbye to what we had. Two-story reminder of a love that didn't work out. I knew I had to burn this house down. Oh yeah, I knew I had to burn this house down. Oh, Guess I'm gonna have to burn this house down.
We are burning this one up with the best in new country today on your Thursday. His name is Jeremy Parsons, J.M. Parsons Music, if you want to find him on Twitter. And that is called Burn This House Down. And he works with our good friend, Mr. Michael Stover from MTS Management. Good stuff on the radio today. Well, we've got good stuff going on in the chat room. I want to welcome the Wolf that does Wolf Tracks on Sundays here to Indie Country Radio, KICR. And we got Mr. Steve Dunphy in the chat room. Plenty of room for more. So far, we got the Three Stooges going on. You know, I love the Three Stooges. I got them in my liners. But no, I'm just messing with you guys. We're having a good time. And Ron snowed in Vermont. So we hope everything works out there, that you can get back to what you got to do for a living. And I got to do it tomorrow night. We're supposed to get it here tomorrow night and Saturday in Branson, Missouri as well. And they're still up in the air about how much we're going to get. But I like the first snow. But after that, I'm pretty much done with it. You do not want to be driving in the hilly town of Branson, Missouri with more than 2 or 3 inches on the ground. Stay inside, stay safe, everybody, and listen to KICR Indie Country Radio while you're inside this weekend. We are all over the place. We've got Spotify going. We got Google Play Music going. You can listen right off of the homepage of our website, and of course live on Spreaker here at Spreaker.com. Now tonight at 8:30 p.m. Central, the second show of Breaking Boundaries with my host Katie Beth is going to be on the air tonight. She's got a call-in number she'll give you. You can call her up and request a song, just talk, visit. I may do it tonight. I'll be at my other gig that I do for money, but I'll probably call her up and harass her for a little bit too. So that's going to be a good show tonight, 8:30 Central Time, Breaking Boundaries with your host Katie Beth. Let's get you back into more of that great country music right now. Also from the state of Texas, a great duo called Shotgun Rider. That's where you can find them on Facebook and Twitter. This is called Mess I'm In. I'm in a good one right now on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I'm falling out the door, blood rushes to the floor. You're kind enough to toss my coat. Just a couple blocks to the house, I ain't no hurry to get there now. I can't stand that bed no more. I never thought I'd see that guy I used to be, holding you the way he did. Well, it sure looks like you got what you want when you're looking at him like he's the one. Nothing in the world could beat that smile. Well, it's one that I haven't seen in a while. You have on your black dress, the one I'm wanting to forget. But if I could love you again, I wouldn't be in the mess I'm in. Change in my pocket, it's all that I got left after leaving this place. People ask me where I've been. It's nice to know I still got friends. I barely show my face these days, but they can't understand the pain that I've been through. And it's not helping seeing him with you. Well, it sure looks like you got what you want when you're looking at him like he's the one. Nothing in the world could beat that smile. Well, it's one that I haven't seen in a while. You have on your black dress, the one I'm wanting to forget. But if I could love you again, I wouldn't be in the mess I'm in. It looks like you got what you want when you're looking at him like he's the one. Nothing in the world could beat that smile. Well, it's one that I haven't seen in a while. You have on your black dress, the one I'm on
Tim in the morning. What does that mean?
Are you responsible for the strange sounds I heard emanating from my radio this morning?
We apologize for what he said.
Blah, 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 blah.
We have no idea. We're just making it up as we go along.
The guy's awesome.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
3, 2, 1.
Drop it.
Your station for new country now.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! 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 Up to the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I'm gonna tell everybody what you did. Tell them what you did to me. I saw you in that who did underneath the willow tree. Two-time and dandy, caught you red-handed, no free card out of jail. You can't deny it, I ain't keeping quiet. If you're gonna kiss, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell. You can't shut me up, can't hush my mouth. I'll bang and drum my beat so loud. You can't cover up the truth with duct tape. Boy, it's gonna hit you like an earthquake. Gonna sound like thunder from your rooftop. All day, all night, can't make me stop. I'm the siren that you can't unplug. No, you can't shut me up. Tell the preacher too. The other girl you've been fooling is gonna know how you do. If you need a reminder, you'll be the headliner, black and white on the front page. Or just come to a show standing any road, and I'll be singing it up on the stage. You can't shut me up, can't hush my mouth. I'll bang and drum my beat so loud. You can't cover up the truth with duct tape. Boy, it's gonna hit you like an earthquake. From your rooftop, all day, all night, can't make me stop. I'm the siren that you can't unplug. No, you can't shut me up. I'm gonna be a megaphone, telling everybody how you did me wrong. The only switch that I got is on. Shut me up, can't hush my mouth. I'll bang and drum my beat so loud. You can't cover up the truth with duct tape. Boy, it's gonna hit you like an earthquake. Gonna sound like thunder from your rooftop. All day, all night, can't make me stop. I'm the siren that you can't unplug. No, you can't shut me up.
Her name is Lindsay L. What a great tune that is, and it is called Shut Me Up. You cannot do that to me this morning either. I'm going to have a great radio interview coming up here in just a few minutes. We're going to interview Kerri Haer, and it's going to be a fun interview. She's all the way in Maine, and I guarantee it's probably snowing up there as well. We had the pleasure of meeting Lindsay L. a couple of summers ago in Springfield, Missouri, and boy, don't I wish it was summer now. It's going to be nasty this weekend, so you guys get what you got to get done today if you're not already getting some of that white stuff falling out of the sky, and stay safe out there and have a great weekend as well. Well, I'm getting a phone call right now. Well, let's get one more song on the radio, though, and then we'll talk to Kerri here in just a minute. This young lady was 14 when she recorded this song and performed it. She's a great Canadian artist. Her dad's Mr. Shane Harlick, who we play from time to time as well. She is Jenny Harlick. This is called Kissing Tree on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
tree. Everywhere you look in this old world, somewhere there's a boy who loves a girl. 'Cause there's a heart carved into a cottonwood bark in the middle of Johnson Junior Park. A promise made with an arrow straight through by two young hands that love once knew. Strong and true as the days go by. That old tree stood the test of time, and I dream of the day when my true love and me carve our names in the kissing tree.
Great Canadian artist. Her name is Jenny Harlick. 14 when she wrote that song and performed it. Great tune called Kissing Tree, and very upbeat as well. Well, I'll tell you what, talking to Miss Kerri Haer off the air has been a very upbeat conversation so far. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing very, very well. I am very excited to be on air. This is very cool.
Yeah, and this just kind of happened. We were talking back and forth last night, and, you know, I was telling you about my full-time gig that I do at nights, and I happen to be off, and I thought, well, you know, I'm going to do another show Thursday morning. I haven't done a Thursday in forever. Usually I'm Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, and we were talking about booking an interview, and I thought, well, I got tomorrow open. It doesn't give you much time to promote it, but if you want to jump on here, and then after this thing's over, it's recorded, you can blast it out everywhere, and we'll just kind of find out about you. Sound good?
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So you're from Maine. I'm sure you're probably either have already had snow or getting some right now.
Well, yeah, we got lots of snow out there. The other day I was out there with a snow blower, and there was some ice underneath, and so it was a little bit slippery, but I got through it. I got the whole thing plowed, and it looks really good now. Got some sand and salt on there, and but, you know, the snow's pretty. I do like the change of seasons.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what we were just talking about in the chat room. I said, I love the first one, and after that, you know, if we get, they're calling for, you know, snow tomorrow, starting tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night and Saturday here in Branson, and if we get a bunch of snow, you know, I like the first one and get buried for a little bit, but then after that, I'm done with it, so. Now you said
I don't ski. I just like to look at it, and I'm not out there building snowmen or snow women. I'm just, you know, my dogs love it though. You know, my husband and I, we have 3 dogs and 3 cats, and the cats obviously don't go outside, but the dogs frolic in it. They love it. Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
And those are our babies. We love them so much.
Yeah, I don't want my truck to go skiing either, so. I do not like driving in it, and that's what Ron was saying in our chat room right now, too. You know, you got to get around. I drive about 30 miles to the job I do full time, so hope, you know, and 65 highway here in Branson's pretty clear. They really do a good job on the roads here. But enough about the weather. Let's talk about music. That's why we're here. Tell us about how you got into music, and I've got a couple of songs loaded up that we're going to play for the folks while we're doing the interview. I've loved what I've heard so far, and so we want you to keep going.
Thank you. I started singing when I was 16. You know, singing in the car, in the shower, like most people do. And I went to Canada with my grandparents, and there was this thing called Karaoke Studio, and I thought, what's that? And then I heard people singing, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. So I said, let me sing a song. So I went in there, and I sang a song called Could Have Been by Tiffany. And when I came out of the studio, there was loads of people hovering around, and they were like, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? And, of course, that brought my self-esteem up a notch. And so I brought the tape home to my family, and my father is obsessed with music. And he heard my voice, and he said, wow, you sound like a star. And I laughed, of course. And the next thing I knew, he was contacting studios left and right, and I ended up singing in a studio in Quincy. That was my first studio. And it was such a cool experience. And one of the songs was actually on one of the biggest radio stations in Kiss 108 in a contest, and it got 91% of the votes. So
wow.
that gave me such a super high. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was like famous in high school.
Well,
I thought it was.
I'll tell you what, you're absolutely blowing up the internet every time your song gets played. You give the radio stations love, and man, we love to see that. I'll tell you what, and we've seen some of that since we've been playing your music for our radio station too, because it's all about supporting each other. You know, we love playing the indie artists, and we've got so much music. I mean, this isn't no top 40 radio station. We've got well over 1,500 songs from just indie artists in our library. And so, cool. Getting you guys played once a week is a stretch for us, let alone every hour like they do on mainstream radio. That's crazy. But I sure love you, getting back on Facebook and social media and posting that your song's getting airplay, and we sure love that.
Thank you. I really, really, really appreciate all the work you do. You're an awesome DJ. Your voice is spectacular. You have such enthusiasm. And I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for playing my songs. It means so much.
Well, I appreciate it. And, radio's been a passion of mine for a long time. I went to broadcasting school back in the 80s when I lived in San Diego, and I started playing 80s music back then, and then I married a gal from Oklahoma, lived down there for 20 years, and I posted, you saw it, the radio station that I worked at in McAllister, Oklahoma, the first one down there in FM radio back in 1999. And, Garth Brooks, Toby Keith, Vince Gill, some of those guys from Oklahoma were just getting started out then. And I thought, man, this is a cool genre. You can understand the words, the songs tell great stories, and I just love country music, and I don't think I'll ever DJ anything else. And we appreciate having you as part of our lineup because you're the one that makes our radio station sound good. It's not my voice, it's this music, I guarantee you.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Now, tell me how you got interested in music.
Well, I mean, since I was a little kid, I'm talking back probably around 5 years old, at least as far back as I can remember. I'm only about 5'1.5". I'm a short little thing, and I remember my parents bought me a guitar for Christmas. And the thing is, I think almost as tall as me still. Have I learned the guitar? Not so much. I know a few chords. But I used to carry the guitar around me to a couple neighbors, and I always felt so good performing. Even though I didn't know how to play the guitar, I probably wasn't vocally wonderful at the time. And I used to go over to my neighbor's house and stand on a little stool that they had. They were probably in their 80s, and I'd get on the stool, and she'd be cooking some chicken soup, and it was just such a wonderful, cozy atmosphere. And I'd get on the stool and I'd start singing. I don't even know what was coming out of my mouth. What kind of songs did I know back then? I don't know. But I was strumming the guitar and making up songs, and she would just sit there pleasantly looking at me, and it was just a great feeling. And so I just continued it. I love performing. I love people. Mm-hmm. And so I love to see them have fun and smile and get excited. And so being on stage, I feel that's one way I can offer that to people. It's just a high. I mean, I know people get runner's high. I get singing high, whether it's on stage or in the studio or simply just singing a cappella. I love it so much.
I've said many times, no matter what's going on in the world, and a lot of it's not good sometimes, we get on the radio and play this music for folks, and you include it in our lineup, and it just makes somebody's day a whole lot better, doesn't it? There's nothing like music to relieve stress or, just make somebody's day a whole lot better, no matter what's going on in their lives.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree. I consider it a drug. It's a definite drug. Yeah. It's a healthy drug. Yep. I consider it a drug, and I just love it. Sometimes, I'll just belt out a song, and I feel so wonderful. Just like I said, like I had a little sedative.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, you reminded me. I've got a liner that says that exact thing. That music is like a drug. I'm going to have to play that here in just a little bit after we get off the air. But it absolutely is. And this is the best 2 or 3 hours of my day. Whenever I get to do a show, it's the most fun that you can have, and the time just flies by. And getting to talk to you guys, they're saying in the chat room already they love hearing these interviews, and I love doing them. And the stories behind the music, there's nothing better than that. And getting to meet new people like you. And literally, I've got to meet so many of you guys in person. I'm in a pretty good spot right here in the middle of the country. And a lot of the artists that we're playing on the radio are coming here in the middle of the country to perform. We got to hang out with one of them last Saturday night. And just a great guy. And I knew he was a great artist because you can just tell on the radio this guy needs to get a record deal. But that's why we're doing what we're doing too, is trying to get record labels to discover you and discover something new. They do these top 40 rotations, and it just kind of gets stale to me. I love the fresh stuff that we get daily, weekly, whatever. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool listening to your station. You play such amazing music, and it's just a lot of fun. And like I said, your enthusiasm when you do your hosting of the show, it's just top of the line awesome.
Yeah. Well, I like a good song that we can talk over as a DJ. When we were in broadcasting school, they taught us how to talk over a song right before you guys start singing, and I love a good intro followed by some great vocals, and you've got a couple of songs like that. Now, let me ask you this, though. Would you consider yourself a country artist? Are you multi-genre? Kind of, what would you consider yourself in the world of music?
I would say multi-genre. When I was growing up, I don't know if you remember these names, but Debbie Gibson, Tiffany.
Yep.
Those were people that I looked up to and I was compared to when I was
Those are ones
younger.
I played in the 80s. Absolutely. I know who they are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My voice wasn't quite developed, so I used to sing in my head voice. I didn't really sing out of my diaphragm all so much, so those were songs that were pretty comfortable for me. But then as I got older and learned, you got to sing from your diaphragm. It's not good to sing from your throat. It can cause polyps and all kinds of things. So I started to sing from my diaphragm and felt very comfortable and feel very comfortable singing from my diaphragm. So I love to belt out songs. So I now the people I really look up to, vocal artists, are Kelly Clarkson, Pink, Shania Twain. I mean, there's such a list of people that I just think are amazing singers.
Yeah.
So I would say that I love all music. I love to sing all music. I just love it all. I mean, I'm not going to come up with an opera song, but I even though it's beautiful to hear, but it's not my style. I kind of like that rough, gritty sound, but I also like that real soft, elegant sound as well. So I like to play with all kinds of music.
There you go. And we've gotten kind of that way too. I've taken on an Americana songwriter show by a great radio host, Beth Williams, on our syndicated shows page, and we play that over on our website. She just sent me a new one I got to load up. So, there's so much great talent out there just in the world of music. Country music's universal, but there's a lot of other genres out there that get just as much, kudos as well. And Americana music and, pop and all these different ones. People knock pop in the country world. I see it all the time in this pop country, but I like it too. There's some good stuff out there. Ron knows this young lady that I'll throw the name out there, Brittany Marie, that we met in Nashville about 3 years ago. She's from West Virginia. She's such a great pop country artist, and I just love her style and her stuff, and she's open for Chris Young and a host of others that, mainstream artists that you would know. So she's having a good career. But, let me ask you this. What would be your dream gig? A lot of times, I ask this question. If we could bring back somebody, either living or past, or who would you like to do a duet with or open for if you were in that big show on the big stage? Who would some names be?
Oh, boy. You're saying people that are no longer with us?
Well, it could be if you were going to bring back somebody. I hear Patsy Cline a lot for the young ladies, Patsy Cline.
Oh, well, yeah, Patsy Cline, yeah. Elvis.
There you go.
Elvis. Yeah. I think we could sound really good together, he and I. I do have a bassy kind of voice, so I think we could blend real nice together. And Patsy Cline, of course. God, my mind, you know how you have a mind block? I can't think of.
Yeah, well,
all
that's
the
a
people,
question I don't ask all the time, and, you know, it just kind of makes you think a little bit. But, you know, there's artists that are so talented at such a young age like Elvis was. You know,
yeah.
He passed away at 42. His mom was the same age, you know, ironically. I stood on the porch of Graceland when I was about 3 or 4 years old. I don't remember it, but I've seen pictures of it, you know, that my mom kept for years. So I knew I was at Graceland, but, you know, he was still alive then. But I'll never forget the day he passed away. I was upstairs in my bedroom listening to the radio and heard that news come over the radio. So, yeah, that was a sad day in the world of music totally. But, you know, there's other artists like Prince here recently. Same thing, you know, such a talent. Got a record deal at 17 years old. Could sing, could play, could do it all. You know, and that label was scared to sign him because he was so young. But what a talented young man.
I just thought of somebody that I would have loved to have been on the stage with.
Who's that?
Like the energy is like running through my body like, oh my God, Freddie Mercury.
Okay.
From Queen.
From Queen, there you go. Yep.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Man,
oh boy.
All of our pep rallies and stuff, they used to play that We Will Rock You. And I think they still do that song on a lot of things like that when they're trying to pump somebody up to go win a ball game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was, oh, boy. He was amazing. Amazing.
Yep. Absolutely. So, yeah, there's lots of good music out there. You know, and I love those Chicago, REO Speedwagon, Whitney Houston, sure miss her making music. You know, what a voice she had back in the day.
Ooh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you got a song here that is a real simple 2 words. It's called Oh Lord, and I want to hear about how this song came about, but I'll just tell you a funny thing real quick. You know, I post a lot of funny stuff on Facebook. We're friends, and you see it. And my wife kind of gives me that look, and that's the first thing she says when I tell her what I just posted. She goes, "Oh Lord." So how did this song come about?
Well, I have a piano at the house, and I was sitting at it. I don't know how to play, but I'm always anxious to teach myself how to play instruments. So I was sitting there, and I was just thinking about how many people in the world are getting sick left and right. It's so sad. And so I just started playing the chords on the piano and thinking about how many people are going through such tough times physically. And so the words just came to me. So this song is about a woman who is has been told by her doctor that her illness is incurable. And so she reaches out to the Lord for comfort. And she does that by, you know, screaming, oh Lord, hold on to me tight, be with me during this fight. And it brings her through. It gives her strength.
That's awesome.
And so that's what the song's about. You know, a lot of people will say to me, oh, it's about cancer. And I'm like, no, it could be about any disease out there. That you know, it's not specifically about cancer. It could be about a brain disorder. It could be about really any disease.
Mm-hmm.
So it's how you envision it in your mind.
Yeah, love the stories behind the song.
I'm sorry?
Love the stories behind the songs, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. I had breast cancer myself almost 10 years ago, and so I know what it's like to go through the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing really well right now, thank God, and I'm very, very blessed in many, many ways.
Yeah. You know, I didn't know it until last night, but I was supposed to have a radio interview yesterday with an artist from the UK, Saskia Vesey, and her mom just recently passed away. I don't know how or what caused it or whatever, or whether it was natural causes or anything like that, but she just pretty tore up over it and didn't do the radio interview, and I hadn't heard from her all week, and I was kind of wondering, so I'm going to play some of her music and dedicate it to her mom today as well. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that happen even with our artists, and I'm friends with a bunch of them, good, bad, all of it. You see it on social media especially, that affects their lives, and music is just such a thing that helps people get over what they're getting over in their lives, and so you guys making your music, there's nothing better. Tell me about, now you said you wrote this song. Where did you record it at? Because I love the way it was produced too.
Oh, sure. Well, what happened was when I wrote it, I laid down the tracks on my piano, and the melody and of course the lyrics, and I sent it to a gentleman, Jan Perchak, who is out of L.A., who, when I was on a show called Community Auditions, it was a TV show, and I was a top 10 finalist, he had seen me, and he said, if you ever want to record, please call me. He was very interested in my voice, and so I gave him a call. My husband and I went out to L.A. and recorded the song, and that was more of a pop version musically, which is wonderful. And I have both versions on YouTube, the pop version, and then and so what happens when I recorded it, I sent the music over to Jan in LA via internet, and then he heard it, and then I went out and recorded it. But then I decided to do a video, so I actually have a music video for the song on YouTube, and that was produced in Maine. And then as time went on, I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a country music with it as well? So I called a super great friend of mine who I've known since 16. He's a phenomenal producer. His name is Haer. I've known him since the age of 16. And he heard it and he said, sure, I'll put some country music together and produce it. So he did that, and the way I worked that was I had the vocals sent from Jan over to Harry, and Harry then put music around it. But when I do recording, like, so say the song So High that I wrote or other songs I wrote, Harry will send me music and I will put words to it, and then I'll record it and send it back to him and say, what do you think? And then he'll say, love it. And then I'll go over to a studio in Brunswick and lay down some really cool vocals on a really cool microphone, because my microphone is like a $20 microphone. So, and this is like a $4,000 microphone that I record on at the studio in Brunswick.
Man, I do voice work. I didn't know there was still that expensive of a microphone. I knew you could. I knew you could spend upwards of $1,000, but I didn't know 4,000. Wow.
Supposedly, this is a microphone that Barbara Streisand uses, not in his studio, but she uses it wherever she goes. Wow. And so then we send the tracks over to Haer, the vocal tracks, and then Harry will just sit there and do his magic. He's a phenomenal guy and he's just phenomenal all around.
That's awesome. Well, hey, I want to ask you this. If you could shoot me the link to the video, I want to see that, because we have a TV station I started called Indie Country Television. I call it kind of like CMT for the indies, back in the day when they were starting. Now they do the CMT Top 20 Countdown and all that, but we play the indie artists because they got to start somewhere. They start as indies before they hit the mainstream, but there's a lot of good fully produced videos out there to the songs that we play. I'd like to see the video, and maybe I'll stick it on the TV channel later on today.
Of course, and also it's on my website. I don't know if you want me to say what my website is.
Well, I was going to ask you that here in just a little bit, but yeah, go right ahead.
It's on the website as well. It's https://Kerri.Haer.com.
Okay, and your name Haer is Haer, right?
Correct.
Okay, awesome.
Correct.
Yep, and you sent me the pronunciation of that the other day, and I'm glad you did, because I wanted to say your name right. And let me ask you this, too. How did you find us? I think it was through James Gainey. Is that his name? I know we're friends on Facebook, too.
James Gainey.
Yeah.
Yes. He heard me on Facebook, and we connected. I don't know if I friended him or if he friended me, but we connected. And what an angel! Every time I turn around, he was sending me, "Hey, send your music here, and call these people, and send your music there." And what an angel!
Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. I'll tell you what, we've only gotten one song from another artist that he promotes a lot. Her name's Casey Page, and man, I would love to get some more stuff from her. She's very good too. But he likes this radio station and likes what we got going on, and I'm glad he hooked us up because a lot of our stuff comes from social media called Twitter. I know you've probably heard of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
but,
yes, I actually recently signed up on Twitter.
There you go.
For a couple days ago.
Okay, you'll have to shoot me your Twitter account. Mine's at Tim Kelly on air. Go give me a go give me a follow, because what we like to do when you're live on the air. And your song's playing, we tweet the artist, the song, and then I throw a show link in there on Spreaker, so you can go right to that, and you'll be able to hear it live as it plays. And then of course everything's recorded, and it's a podcast, and we're all over the place. We're on Spotify and Google Play Music now, and all kinds of formats. So
very cool.
We're getting your music out there, and so you're getting international play, and that's what's neat about internet radio, isn't it?
Thank you. Yeah, I am just in awe of how much has been going on lately. It's just, I feel like I'm on a cloud nine, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
And you're part of that. You're every time you play my song, I'm just so thankful.
Yeah.
So thankful. Well, I wish I was there to give you a big hug.
Well, you just did, and having this conversation, you're a fun interview, and I've done, like I said, I told you 200 plus of these. I've lost track a long time ago, and you're one that I'll remember, and you get a couple of songs you want to promote, we'll definitely get you back on here and do it again. We'd love to.
Thank you. I am actually going back into the studio in a couple of weeks, and I wrote a song called He's So Fine, He's All Mine, and it's very country sounding.
There you
go.
I
will be sending that over to you.
Sounds like a deal. Let's play Oh Lord, and then we want to come back and talk just a little bit more and wrap up with Kerri Haer, Oh Lord, right here on Indie Country Radio, KICR, New Country's Best.
Out her window, tears falling down. She gets on her knees, her hands on the ground. She can't believe the news she just heard. The doctor says she's sick and there ain't no cure. She looks at the clock. She gets up to walk, even though she's feeling so damn weak. And she screams, oh Lord, hold on to me tight, be with me during this fight. She pulls back her hair and puts her makeup on. She goes for a walk for some fresh air. She hears some birds, but they seem so far away, even though they're right next to her. She screams, oh Lord, hold on to me tight, be with me during this fight. Oh Lord, hold on
What a great song that is. It is called Oh Lord. Her name is Kerri Haer. She is live with us right now on KICR Indie Country Radio, and man, we are loving that song in the chat room too. They're just raving about it.
Cool.
So, that's a cool thing. We get live interactive feedback in our live chat room, and, I've often thought I kind of want to do, let the people, the fans, make the decision on a song, whether we should even keep that song or let it go, because... But I just decided a long time ago, I think we put in stuff that, people that have a legitimate shot at a record deal and getting discovered. And, music's a lot of hard work, but there's a lot of luck involved too, isn't there?
Yes.
And so I think we need to put the best in here in the library and just keep it at that. And that's kind of what we've done since we started.
I get out there and record songs and perform, and it would be super cool to have a song, or all my songs, make it number one. But when I go into the studio and record, and when I'm singing on stage, I'm not thinking about, ooh, maybe I'll become famous. I'm thinking about, I love what I do. This is wonderful. It's such a great feeling, and if it came to the point where somebody wanted to buy my song, like Kelly Clarkson, wouldn't that be cool?
Oh yeah.
And make it huge, because she's got so many fans, so she could make it really huge.
Yeah.
Then that's great. But when I go into the studio and when I write, I'm not thinking about, ooh, I'm going to be famous. I think about, ooh, this is exciting, and this is making me feel so happy, and it's just such a high, like I said.
Yeah. Well, in hearing your songs on the radio does it for you too, I know. I mean, I used to be that way when I first started in this, format, doing radio shows. I'd go back and listen to myself all the time. I don't do that anymore. I've stopped doing that a long time ago. But you guys, I know, love to hear yourselves on the radio, and we've got some really young artists that we play. I mean, 12, 14, 16, 18 years old. They're still in school. And I've asked them, how does that make you feel when your classmates get to hear your stuff on the radio? I mean, a lot of them take their phones to school, and they'll be listening to this show while they're in school, in between classes and stuff. And, it's got to be pretty cool feeling to have all your classmates getting to hear your stuff on the radio.
Well, it is, because when I was in high school, like I mentioned, a song called Can't Get You Out of My Head, an original song. When it was played on the radio, Kiss 108, one of the biggest stations in Boston, I went to school, and people, I didn't know I had so many friends.
Yeah.
I had, my little group of friends, and then all of a sudden it was like the whole school, was talking to me and wanted to hang out with me.
Yep. Well,
it was awesome.
It's the same way. It's the same way on social media. I'm in a quandary right now of what I'm going to do when I hit 5,000 friends on Facebook, and I'm getting really close. I mean, I'm less than 100 away from it, and 14,000 Twitter followers, and it's because of radio. And I want you to be one of my newest Twitter followers, and I'll follow you back. And if you hang out around here long enough, we tweet all the songs that we play from the artist, and we'll get you a lot of followers just by you being mentioned in our tweets and liking and retweeting everything, and that's what it's all about. And the labels are looking at that today. They're looking at your Facebook page likes, how many you got, how many Twitter followers. They want to see a good fan base already, but the reason we're in this business is to help you guys build that fan base as well, and that's why we love to give the love right back to the artist, and we kind of wish that a lot of people would realize it that way, on social media. It's very powerful now. It can be used for good and bad, but when your music is good as it is, it needs to be heard.
Thank you. Yeah, it's because of people like you that get us heard. I mean, otherwise, where am I going to go? To karaoke? I sing at karaoke and people have a ball, but being on the air is a little bit different than being on a karaoke stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just started here within the last year taking on some cover songs. Even we used to not do that. It was all original music, and that's still what we're mostly about. I want all originals. And artist loves when you do a cover song and cover them well. I've even heard George Strait say that. It impresses him when somebody covers one of his songs well. But the original music that FM radio needs to hear, and who knows what the next big hit's going to be, you know. It just needs to be original, and it needs to be well produced, and we love playing that, man. I'll tell you, I know in 30 seconds if it's good enough, and you were good enough. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
very flattering. Thank you.
Now, before we go, I mentioned your social media. Steve Dunphy in here just asked if you were on Spotify, and he found you. So, you know, I guess you've got a Spotify account where people can make you part of their playlist too, right?
Yes, I'm on Spotify. One song, and it's "Oh Lord," but it's the two different versions. It's the pop music version and the country music version.
Okay.
So, and it's also on CD Baby. I anticipate putting more of my songs on CD Baby, and I will be in touch with you and let you know that when that happens. I'm planning on recording at least a couple more songs in the next few months.
There you go.
So as that grows, and also, of course, like I said, my website, it's https Kerri.Haer.com. And I update that all the time with any new music that I do, and pictures of things. I just became a member of the International Singer-Songwriters Association, so I put a picture of me up there holding the card proudly. And so I post pictures, and sometimes maybe I'll put some pictures of my doggies up there. Who knows? Anything I find that's exciting.
Isn't Tammany Dove great? We've been playing her music for a while, and she started that ISSA group, the International Singer-Songwriters Association.
Yeah.
We were talking on the phone the other day, because I've interviewed her a couple of times. I got her cell phone number and everything, and she asked me if I would like to come and be a presenter, and I appreciate that. And at the time, I really didn't have plans to go, because we were trying to put another award show together that we did last September in Nashville. And there's so much work that goes into those, and I asked her how she's doing it and everything, and she's like, "Oh, I can't even tell you. You know, the money I'm spending." You know, she's an awesome lady, and I've never been to Atlanta, so I think we may go. And she said I could present or do some things at the after party, maybe. So I think Atlanta might be in our plans for next August. Are you planning on?
That would be so cool.
Are you planning on going?
Great at that.
You'd
be so great at that. I'm not part of the getting on stage and singing. They haven't asked me, because I signed up for it so late. I just signed up for it like literally 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And then I put a couple of my songs into this contest, and I just got a couple letters back saying, "We've reviewed your songs. You're still in the running as far as being one of the winners." And so I thought, ooh, this is exciting. But so that's another exciting thing that's happened. But as far as going to the show, I don't know if I'm going, but I'm certainly going this year anyways. I'm certainly going to apply to be in it next year. I'd love to be on that stage and perform. That would be super cool.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I was just going to say, whether you get to perform or not, and I'm the same way with the award shows that we go to in Nashville. We go to one, and we won a couple of years ago, Nashville Universe Awards. We won Radio Station of the Year, and I got Broadcaster of the Year, which we were just blown away by. But anytime you get to go and hang out with the artists that we play on the radio and just walk the red carpet together and get to dress up, that is great fun.
Yeah.
That's great fun to me, whether you get to perform or be on stage or not. I just love going to those things if you get invited. Once in a while, we just have to go to Nashville.
Well, you never know. We may end up going.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a pet sitter because we have so many animals. But we could go for the night and come back the next day. My husband is my number one fan, and he is like I said, he's so wonderful. I am so blessed. He really is perfect, and I'm just so in love with him.
There's nothing better than family support, and I ask that especially of a lot of young artists, What does mom and dad think of you, getting into this crazy music business, and do they support you? Do you have brothers and sisters in your band, those kind of things? I couldn't ask you those questions, but when you've got a husband that loves you and lets you do what you love to do and what you're passionate about, man, that's better than making $1 million a year doing this, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. He wakes up and kisses me every morning before he goes to work and tells me he loves me, and I tell him I love him, and he is so supportive, and you know, in everything I do, and I'm supportive in everything he does, and I thank God. I thank God for him.
I'm the same way. I've got one of those ladies now. It took me 2 wives to get her, but that's all right. You know, we make that same connection. There's nothing better than that. Man, you've been a fun interview. I would definitely love to talk to you again. You come out with a couple of new songs. Be sure to send them to me, and we'll get you booked in again, and we'll talk about those as well. Sound good?
Thank you so much, and God bless.
You betcha. Have a good weekend, too, and if you get snowed in there, you know where our radio station's at now. You can just listen to this music over and over and hear yourself on the radio, too.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
You bet. Her name is Kerri Haer. This is called I'm So In Love With You. Hey, I have to agree. I love this interview. Thanks for doing it, and you have a great weekend.
Thank you, too, sir.
Slide over here and give me a kiss. Put your hands here and touch me like this. Rub my shoulders, rub me all over. Pick me up and spin me around. Let's go on the carousel and go round and round. Let's get some cotton candy and lick it slowly till it's all gone. Put your fingers through my hair, rub my feet, oh yeah. I'm so in love with you. I'm so in L-O-V-E with you. I'm so in love with you. I'm so in L-O-V-E with you. Yeah, yeah. Let's jump in the pool and slide down the slide. Jump on the floaty boat and I'll give you a ride. Here's a drink, I made it with some fresh fruit. Sip it slow, not so fast. Sip it from the straw and make it last. Here's some lotion, I'm gonna rub it all over you. Move on over, let me heal. It feels so good in skin to skin. I'm so in love with you. I'm so in L-O-V-E with you. I'm so in love with you. I'm so in L-O-V-E with you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so in love with you. I'm so in L-O-V-E with you. I'm so in love with you. I'm so in L-O-V-E with you. Yeah, yeah.
The most music on the radio.
Get her done. You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best.
I ain't crying, and I ain't lying on the bathroom floor, and I ain't sleeping in your t-shirt anymore. And I ain't calling, I ain't falling, I ain't staring at the front door. And I'm just saying the game that you're playing, I ain't playing anymore. I'm gonna break up, break up, break up with my broken heart. And I don't wanna make up, make up, make up and hit restart. Oh, every kiss that we had, oh, I take it all back. Break up, break without your smile. Wrapped up in my bed, messing with my head. I'm crazy with the promises. I'm just saying the game that you're playing, I ain't playing anymore. I'm gonna break up, break up, break up with my broken heart. And I don't wanna make up, make up, make up and hit restart. Oh, every kiss that we had, oh, I take it all back. Break up, break up, break up with my broken, broken heart. With my broken, broken heart. I don't wanna make up, make up, make up. I wanna break, break up. I'm gonna break up, break up, break up with my broken heart. And I don't wanna make up, make up, make up and hit restart. Oh, every kiss that we had, oh, I take it all back. Break up, break up, break up with my broken, broken heart. Yeah, broken, broken heart. Broken, broken heart. Oh, with my broken, broken heart.
Her name is Leah Turner. Leah Turner Music on Facebook and Twitter. That is a great song called Break Up. And you may remember Leah Turner from a few years ago on mainstream radio with a great tune called Take the Keys. I love her. And we just tweeted her again, and we're trying to get a follow back. But I'm sure she'll do it. She is awesome. She's liking and retweeting what we got going on here at KICR Indie Country Radio. Well, we hope you guys are tweeting as well. You can find us at New Country's Best on Twitter. My personal account at Tim Kelly on Air. And Kerri Haer, going to be one of my newest followers. I want to thank her for a great radio interview today. It is a pleasure to play your music, Kerri. Kelly, and we will definitely keep doing that. We're having a good time today live on Indie Country Radio. Well, we had a good time last May the 8th at the Nashville Universal Awards, the world-famous Wild Horse Saloon in downtown Nashville, hanging out with this next artist from McRae, Georgia, our good friend Corey Spires. This is called Ease My Mind on You on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
When life's little troubles began to get me down, I won't let temptation turn my world around. I take a very special feeling that God made just for two. Yes, I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. Ease my mind. No, that's what you do. Let me see a troubled world from a lover's point of view. And even though I sense life's pain, shield me from its blues as I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. When each day is over and you are by my side, I think of how your tender love keeps me satisfied. And so I say a little prayer each night and thank God for all you do. Then I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you. Ease my mind. No, that's what you do. Let me see a troubled world from a lover, one of you. And even though I sense life's pain, shield me from its blues. As I lay back and think of love and ease my mind on you.
This is today's country.
All the best country.
Today's country. Today's country.
The songs that I like from today.
I don't play hard to get, I play hard to forget.
Your station for today's country.
There's no more us, no more her, just me. Cigarettes and whiskey.
Today's country.
I love it. Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She came home from work after a long, hard day. Set her keys on the counter, began to pray. Oh God, I need you more than ever. My hope is lost, can't be found. Threw her hands in the air, knees hit the ground, and she cried, Jesus, I surrender. So take my hand and lead me home. Take me back to the place where you saved my soul. Down the old dirt road is a little white church where the memories linger and the people search for amazing grace. That sweet, sweet heavenly sound of that old-time religion that's good for me. Little children singing round the sycamore tree as we count our blessings beneath that southern sky. Oh, I need a break from this world sometimes. Take me back to church. Take me back to church. Take me back to where money wasn't matter so small. Just as I am, I was an awful call, and the neighbors would always lend a helping hand. We were there for each other no matter what for, 'cause every church had an open door, and the preacher man knew you by
They are a great duo, ain't they? Corey and Kelly is who they are. That is called Take Me Back to Church, a former Song of the Week here on KICR Indie Country Radio. We'll get to our current Song of the Week here in just a little bit, but we're not in really any hurry today because I'm going to give you the bonus hour today. We're going to go for another 94 minutes or so, and we'll have lots more of the best in new country coming your way, including our current Song of the Week. You can find Corey and Kelly, by the way, on Twitter. C-O-R-I is how you spell Corey and Kelly. It's that simple. And Take Me Back to Church. What a great song that is. This next artist is a great singer, great songwriter. You can find him on Twitter at Songballads, the number 4 and the letter U. He is Mr. Chuck Thomas. This is called Cigarettes and Whiskey on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, broadcasting digitally right now in the live entertainment capital of the world in Branson, Missouri.
Sitting all alone at a musty smoke-filled bar. Guess I didn't get far. Working on this broken heart. It's doing all it can to kill me. Told myself, sit back. Hard times, they won't last. But either with this half-full glass of memories. Bartender set me up another round. Fill me up until I drown. Until then I'll keep doing what I know. Keep raising these rocks up to my lips. If I do it enough I might forget all the reasons why she left me. 'Cause there's no more us, no more her, just me. Cigarettes and whiskey. Cigarettes and whiskey. Removed her number from my phone just to put it back in when I get home. Tonight I don't want to be alone. I thought of waking by her side, planning her day, planning our lives. Now the only thing I plan is one day at a time. Bartender, another round. Fill me up until I drown. Until then I'll keep doing what I know. I keep raising these rocks up to my lips. If I do it enough I might forget all the reasons why she left me. 'Cause there's no more us, no more her, just me. Cigarettes and whiskey. Not sure what will kill me first. Cigarettes and whiskey, or losing her. Bartender, set me up another round. Fill me up until I drown. Until then I'll keep doing what I know. Raising these rocks up to my lips. If I do it enough I might forget all the reasons why she left me. 'Cause there's no more us, no more her, just me. No more her, no more us, just me. Cigarettes and whiskey. Cigarettes and whiskey. Cigarettes and whiskey. Yeah. Cigarettes and whiskey.
Introducing the music of Billy James Brady. He performs fun songs like Beer Don't Float.
The only thing we gotta worry about today is the beer don't float.
And Talking Trash with Johnny Cash.
I wish I could sit and talk some trash with Johnny Cash. They wear their
And he makes serious songs like American Heroes, a great tribute to our active military and veterans.
serve their country, still wear their uniform proud. It wasn't for them.
Billy James Brady's music can be purchased on CD Baby or on his website, BillyJamesBrady.com.
They're American
are 100% focused on new music. Hey, look, a squirrel. Anything country.
That's a funny word. Hey, these are good brownies. What? Oh, yeah, right. Radio, sorry.
How come you never take me out to dinner anymore?
Well, first, we're about to play a bunch of feel-good songs. And second, you know we're not married, right?
Oh, details. Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Loving the music today and letting go a bunch of it right here on Indie Country Radio KICR. That is my good friend Mr. Michael Gutierrez from San Antonio, Texas. Group is called Keeper of the Plains. You can find them on Twitter at Keeper, capital OTP. Mr. Michael Gutierrez and Lovin' and Lettin' Go. Well, I'll tell you what, we are also behind the scenes working very hard. I just played Corey and Kelly, Take Me Back to Church. Now they're sending me a new song on Twitter, and I'm trying to book a radio interview with those two ladies. So we got lots going on today. But like I said yesterday, I was supposed to have a radio interview with an artist from the UK. Saskia Vesey is her name, and she does a great Shania Twain. If you love Shania Twain, you'll love her music as well. But her mother recently passed away. Her name was Ellen, and so she is in our thoughts and prayers, Miss Saskia Vesey. She's having a tough time getting over it, and boy, I can understand that totally. So we will reschedule the radio interview, but her latest song is called Slow Dance, and we want to dedicate this to Ellen, her mother, right now on KICR Indie Country Radio. Saskia Vesey, and go follow her on Twitter. That is Saskia. Vesey is Vese.
Tell me, baby, about this long lost and lonely highway. Oh yeah, there's no sun on my back and no wind blowing through my hair. Oh yeah, so listen, honey, when the sun goes down, no wait, 'cause I'm coming home late. I ain't waiting for the slow days. Oh, slow days. I'm gonna pick myself up and give me a steady ride. 'Cause for once in my life, I'm gonna kick up my one size boot. I'm gonna hit my skirt high, loose and button down on my blouse. Oh yeah, paint my lipstick on red and watch mama look back in shame. Oh yeah, so tell me, honey, how a woman and woman stays alone here right next to you. I ain't waiting for the slow days. Oh, slow days. I'm gonna pick myself up and give me a steady ride. 'Cause for once in my life, I'm gonna kick up my one size boot. Is this always gonna be how you want it? Messing with a no good like you. I'll be long gone, done living the night. I ain't waiting for the slow days. The slow days. I'm gonna pick myself up and give me a steady ride. 'Cause for once in my life, I'm gonna kick up my one side boot. My one side boot. I'm gonna pick myself up and give me a steady ride. I ain't waiting for the slow days. Two-step on the dance floor. I'm gonna pick myself up and give me a stateside ride. I ain't waiting for the slow days. Oh, slow days. I'm gonna pick myself up and give me a stateside ride. 'Cause for once in my life, I'm gonna kick up my one side boots.
Nobody knows new country
Like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
He said I don't shake hands like I used to, back when I was young and strong. These years have taken most of me, with crippled hands and sight that's gone. I heard always save for a rainy day, life lessons that went wrong. This beat up bag that I carry on my arm, it holds everything I own. I'll keep living for tomorrow. Feel the sunshine on my face. Taste the raindrops from the clouds. Sing a song out loud. You should hear me pray. If I make it to tomorrow, I'll let go of yesterday. So if you pass me on the street, don't shed a tear for me. God gave me all I need. These tattered clothes that I'm wearing, they don't bother me at all. They remind me of where I came from and all the hard work that I've done. Wrinkles that I'm feeling, if they could only write a song. Describing all the memories that we shared, but loves that now are gone. I'll keep living for tomorrow. Feel the sunshine on my face. Taste the raindrops from the clouds. Sing a song out loud. You should hear me pray. If I make it to tomorrow, I'll let go of yesterday. So if you pass me on the street, don't shed a tear for me. God gave me all I need. Shouldn't take a blind man to help you see the person you should be. Stop and take the time to notice all this life holds for you and me. I'll keep living for tomorrow. Feel the sunshine on my face. Or taste those raindrops from the clouds. God gave me all I need. God gave me all I need. God gave
You can
me
check out the
all
video to
I
God Gave Me All I Need as well on Indie Country Television, IndieCountryRadio.net. Just hit that More tab on the right and drop down to Indie Country Television, Catherine Shipley on channel number 2 with God Gave Me All I Need. She can be found on Twitter as well at KShipMusic, and her good friend Mr. Chuck Thomas, who I just played, Cigarettes and Whiskey, Song Ballads for You, they work together. He wrote that song right there, God Gave Me All I Need, and they got some more good stuff coming up that hopefully we'll get our hands on too here real soon. If you would love to send us music, we would love to have it. IndieCountryRadio@yahoo.com is our email address. We prefer MP3s, but WAV files work as well. We'll take a listen, and if we like what we hear, we'll put you on the radio as well. Well, we love meeting people that we put on the radio all the time, and we did that last Saturday night at the Southbound Bar and Grill in Springfield, Missouri. We got to hang out with Mr. Josh Ward from Montgomery, Texas. Josh Ward Music on Facebook and Twitter. He said on stage that this song never made it to FM radio. I cannot believe it. It was our featured song of the week last week. I did that on purpose because I knew I was going to meet Josh, but we're going to keep playing it for sure. It is called Together. It is great to be together with you on today's country from Indie Country Radio, KICR, New Country's Best on this Thursday morning.
There's a lot about me that you don't know. There's a whole lot of things that I don't show. But you can tell when something's weighing on my mind. You always find a way to make things right. Oh, but girl, you got me pouring my heart out tonight. You're the rocks around my arms around my true north when I'm headed south. A lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up. Shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. I won't lay my burdens down on your back for you to carry. That you understand, it's just a part of me being a man. Oh, but girl, you got me pouring my heart out tonight. You're the rocks around my arms around my true north when I'm headed south. A lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up. You give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. My arms around my true north when I'm headed south. A lighthouse in my darkest harbor. When I think it couldn't get any harder, you calm the seas when the waves get rough. I'm sinking down, you lift me up. Give me shelter in the stormy weather. Even when I'm holding you, you're holding me together. You're holding me together.
Singer-songwriters for 25 years. Discover St. Cyr White. Dave St. Cyr and Dolan White make up the songwriting duo St. Cyr White. You'll find songs that lament over lost love.
Take my heart in your hands. Give love a chance.
Their contemporary songs tell the listener stories about people's lives.
This is the life. Up at 5 when the rooster crows. This is what country life's all about.
Their goal is to provide today's artists with songs they can be proud to interpret and perform or record as their own. Check them out on their website, stcyrwhite.com.
Part of you wants it, you want that success, you love it, it's a drug.
But first, we need a little something for the effort. Connect to our Facebook and Twitter communities and listen live 24/7. Help us get another 3,500 Facebook friends, and you can take over the station, pay yourself a nice fat DJ salary. Whatever happens next, keep listening.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! Up to the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
If these walls could talk, I know what they'd say. Man, you must be crazy for letting her leave that way. You should pick up the phone, beg her to turn back. Can't you see that she's the best thing that you've ever had? Don't be a fool, throw out your pride. Tell her that you love her for the rest of your life, and that you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are, 'cause a love like that you don't find every day. If these walls could talk, well, that's what they say. You should take a look around at the memories you've made. Now, was it all for nothing? Was it all done in vain? Oh, you can turn out the lights, you can try to hide the pictures. Oh, but tomorrow's gonna come, and believe me, man, you're gonna miss her. Tell her that you love her for the rest of your life, and that you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are, 'cause a love like that you don't find every day. If these walls could talk, yeah, that's what they say. Oh, don't be a fool, throw out your pride. Tell her that you love her for the rest of your life, that you didn't mean for things to go this far. Tell her that you need her and how lucky you are, 'cause a love like that you don't find every day. If these walls could talk, well, that's what they say.
now living in Nashville, Tennessee, and making that great country music. Our good friend, Mr. Reggie Shaw. Reggie Shaw Music, Facebook and Twitter, and a great tune called If These Walls Could Talk. Well, I've been doing all the talking today. We had a great radio interview with Kerri Haer, rather, and my last name's Kelly. I don't know why I keep saying that. I guess I'm thinking of myself today. Shouldn't be doing that. Kerri Haer, she was a great interview. If you missed it and you're just now getting tuned in, it'll be available in a little over an hour, and you can hear it over and over and over again. We sure had a fun time talking to her this morning. And we're getting ready to kick off the final hour of today's country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, on KICR Indie Country Radio, digitally broadcasting from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We're going to get it warmed up right now with this young lady, Miss Jessica Rose. Jessica Rose live on Twitter and listening to you leaving. Hopefully you're just now getting here.
I'm so sick of this alarm clock playing out the same song over and over again. I keep on listening to the same old heartbreak. The sound you leaving made running round through my head from the beginning. It don't matter if I turn that dial, every station's got it playing time after time. I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you're leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you're leaving. The barista at the coffee shop is humming to it non-stop. The man behind me's tapping his feet, and all I hear is your footsteps to the drum beat. Me crying as the lyrics sing, hearing your car shift gears out of our drive. I can try, but I can't get away. Can someone take this song off replay? I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you're leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you're leaving. I can hear it when I lay down at night. Let me tell you, it's the worst lullaby. I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you're leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you're leaving. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you're leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you're leaving. I keep on listening till you're leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you're leaving.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Someone asked Mr. Clark, "Where do your songs come from?" He just stared at the ceiling as if to think about it and rolled his mouth with his tongue. Then with a heavy sigh and a glint in his eye, he softly explained, "Hell, it's easy, son. You just sit down, tune up your guitar, and open a vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out Said, here, let me give you an example. And he played on the evening train. Said Hank wrote that song when his mama died. And he opened the vein. Or take a George Jones song or a Merle Haggard song. Hell, they've all got the same damn things. 3 chords and the truth and an open vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out straight from the heart. Pick up the pen, write down the parts that are burned in your brain. Just open a vein. When Mr. Clark was finished, he set his guitar down, took his handkerchief and wiped his head, thanked the audience for coming out that night. Then he leaned into the mic and said, you know, people think writing songs is easy, but those folks ain't felt my pain. They ain't cried my tears, ain't faced my fears, ain't pulled my ball and chain. Then a hush fell over the audience. No one said a thing. They just watched the old man limp off the stage with his guitar and his cane. Then they saw it, a dribbled trail of blood across the stage from where he came. And they knew he'd done more than just sing his song. He opened the vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out straight from the heart. Pick up the pen, write down the parts that burn in your brain. Just open a vein. Open a vein. Open a vein. Open a vein.
We got to meet that gentleman in 2016, November the 7th at the Nashville Universal Awards when we took home a couple of those things. I absolutely loved that. And we loved getting to meet Mr. Dennis Ledbetter, DP Ledbetter, if you want to find him on Twitter. Doesn't that song tell a good story? It is called Open a Vein. That's my favorite one of his, although he's got a few favorites that we like. And you can check out the video to JD's My Whiskey, Not My Name on Indie Country Television right there on our website, indiecountryradio.net. Well, let's keep the music rolling right now. We got a couple of great duos coming up back to back. The first one is One More Girl. This is called Love Like Mine. You can find them on Twitter at @1_more_girl. Live right now on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best from Branson, Missouri, and live right now on Spreaker.com.
So you think that you're the one who's up and scored, just 'cause you're the first one walking out that door. So take it when you leave. I don't need your sympathy. I might stay up drunk on wine, hurt like hell, and I'll be crying black mascara tears. I might
country music lives.
Let's start the music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this.
If you spot me, I'll play your game. Gonna burn this bridge and bring up the pain. With fuel for the fire and a fan for the flame.
And this.
So don't get caught in the flame of desire. She builds you up higher and higher, and then she runs.
And this.
'Cause she's sweet as your mama's sweet tea, sweet as a cherried out Chevy can be.
Girl is sweet. Thank you for listening to Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Pretty girls don't cuss, and pretty girls don't cry, and pretty girls don't lay in bed awake on long cold nights, and pretty girls don't wait for him to call. Sometimes pretty girls don't feel pretty at all. I'm a wreck, I'm a mess in a little black dress in the corner of this room. I'm a heart on a sleeve that you never see. Don't tell me that you do. I know you put me on like a string of pearls, but I am not just a pretty girl. Pretty girls don't blink, and they don't get hurt, and they sure don't hear the hollow echo in your words. So don't you worry about how I feel, 'cause after all, pretty girls aren't real. I'm a wreck, I'm a mess in a little black dress in the corner of this room. I'm a heart on a sleeve that you never see. Don't tell me that you do. I know you put me on like a string of pearls, but I am not just a pretty girl on a street, in a car, right here on your arm, by myself in a crowd. Can you hear me crying out? 'Cause pretty girls get lost, and pretty girls get scared. They wonder if real love is really out there. And I don't know what you think of me, but we are all only as pretty as we believe. I'm a wreck, I'm a mess in a little black dress in the corner of this room. I'm a heart on a sleeve that you never see. Don't tell me that you do. I know you put me on like some string of pearls, but I am not just a pretty girl. Just a pretty girl.
They are couple of pretty girls, and what a great duo they are. They sound good, too, don't they? They are Tiger Lily from Minot, North Dakota, where you can bet it's pretty chilly up there this morning. Tiger Lily can be found on Twitter at TIGIRLILY. Tiger Lily, spelled a little bit different, but go find them and give them a follow on Twitter and tell them you heard them right here on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. Well, you know, we play music all over the world because it's internet radio, but we get music from all over the world as well. This next artist is your 2018 Female Vocalist of the Year from the Country Music Channel in Australia. She is from Sydney, Australia. Good friend of mine. Her name is Christy Lamb. This is called Wish You Were a Cowboy on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I wish this was a western town. You had on dusty boots. Somebody warned me long before you came passing through. Then I'd never seen your face, never would have heard your name. I wouldn't be up all night right now, feeling this way. I wish you were a cowboy. You run off into a sunset with your restless soul and no regrets. You'd be so easy to forget. When you said you love me, I know it's just a lie. You'd hold me all night long, then leave with no goodbye. I wish you were a cowboy. I wish you were a cowboy. Then I'd have seen you smoking gun instead of staring in your eyes. You walking out my door would come as no surprise. 'Cause even if I let you in, I never let you get that far. I know better than to ever let you near my heart. I wish you were a cowboy. You run up into a sunset with your restless soul and no regrets. You'd be so easy to forget. When you said you love me, I know it's just a lie. You'd hold me all night long, then leave with no goodbye. Wish you were a cowboy. I wish you were a cowboy. Oh, I wish you were a cowboy. When you said you love me, I know it's just a lie. You'd hold me all night long, then leave with no goodbye. I wish you were a cowboy. I wish this was a western town and you had on dusty boots. Somebody warned me long before you came passing through.
The featured song of the week is next on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Same scene once again, red roses in his hands. Everything's looking like what I'm looking for. Seems so nice and sweet, the kind that sweeps you off your feet. I've never met him, but I've met him before. But when he dropped me off, he didn't walk me to the door. I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't the first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already seen that show. Baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story that I've already read. A new set, another stage, different number on the page. Here he comes riding in on a white horse. Getting to the final chapter, should be happy ever after, but it's looking like every ending before. might as well close the book and throw it on the floor. Cause I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already seen that show. Baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story that I've already read. I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already seen that show. So baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story, yeah. Baby, that's a love story that I've already read.
That is our featured song of the week. You can hear it all week long on every live show, and we've done a lot of live shows this week, and we're glad to do those. Miss Camber Kane from El Dorado Springs, Missouri, good friend of ours. We've hooked up many times in different venues, and always great to see her perform. You can see her perform on the video to that song, Indie Country Television. IndieCountryRadio.net is the place to be. We got lots of stuff going on that website. Radio, television, all kinds of good stuff to look at. We want to keep you hooked over there as well. But you can check out the full version to that song on IndieCountryRadio.net. Just hit our Song of the Week tab as well. Let's hit another tab right now. It's called the play button for Mr. Zach Paxson from Ohio. This is called Nothing to Lose. Tune in to KICR Indie Country Radio. You have nothing to lose.
I just stood there, watched you walk away, like I didn't have a thing to say. And it might be too late for goodbye, but I'm swallowing my pride. Who really cares? Who's to blame? Maybe it was me, or maybe it was you. Somewhere in between, I think you'd find the truth. Maybe all this time was meant for us to find. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. So right now I'm gonna run back to you, 'cause I got nothing to lose. You make me laugh, you make me cry, but I never felt like I felt when I was by your side. And I'm no angel, and you're no saint, but the two of us together had more than everything. Who really cares? Who's to blame? Maybe it was me, or maybe it was you. Somewhere in between, I think you'd find the truth. Maybe all this time was meant for us to find. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. So right now I'm gonna run back to you, 'cause I got nothing to lose. Maybe it was me, or maybe it was you. Somewhere in between, I think you'd find the truth. Maybe all this time
was meant for us to find. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. So right now I'm gonna run back to you, 'cause I got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
Coming up, more new country music than you can shake a mouse at. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
May have bought that old white car and he may have made it shine. But my daddy made it what it was when he pulled it off the line. Money can't buy the memories or keep them up to par. That car didn't make my daddy made that car. Daddy and his 68 had a rip down at the track, blowing doors off on every run, open headers and slicks on back. Not a car around could match up to that old 4-speed in those days. We'd beg to hear about that car, he'd just smile and say, he'd say them burning tires and octane, they smell just like cologne. One by one I'd line them up, I'd send them all back home. That quarter mile took seconds, but the memories they last. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. Daddy hung up his racing keys when he and Mom were with. Ran machines in a factory just to keep our family fit. The hero of the track became the hero of our home. Still sitting in the driver's seat, just on a different road. He'd say them burning tires and octane, they smell just like cologne. One by one I'd line them up, I'd send them all back home. That quarter mile took seconds, but the memories they last. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. But Daddy and his car have been gone for quite a time, but his name is brought up anytime a Mopar hits the line. He'd say them burning tires and octane, they smell just like cologne. One by one I would line them up, I'd send them all back home. Oh, that quarter mile took seconds, but the memories they last. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past.
Her name is Laura Black Wines, and that's a great song that she wrote about her father who loved racing cars. It is called Driver's Seat. That video also on Indie Country Television, indiecountryradio.net. She's a school teacher, and hopefully it's recess because she's retweeting us right now as well. We love when the artists pay attention. And I always send out the show link. If you can just hit play one time, we sure would appreciate it as well. We like those stats to look real good. Well, I'll tell you they are. We're blowing up the internet today. Glad glad to have you tuned in on this Thursday. We've got another great artist from the state of Missouri up next. A good friend of mine, Mr. Milton Patton from Joplin, Missouri. This is called Trouble. Let's get into some right now on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Stand between your toes, girl. What happened to your clothes, girl? I hope you know what you're getting into, 'cause baby, I can rock your world. Lipstick on my cigarettes. Oh, girl, you're turning me on. And once I'm going, baby girl, there ain't no turning me off. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can lay your body down, just hug and love and rub you all over this beach. Or we can go inside of town, find a bench at a park, cuddle up, make a sing. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. Tequila through a straw, girl. You steady popping buttons on, girl. No need for calling a taxi, 'cause by the way that you're acting won't make it out of this bar, girl. Kissing in traffic, backseat of a taxi, red bottom heels in the air. Cab driver don't care, he even paid for the taxi fare. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can spin your body around, kiss, hug, and love, and rub you all over Dixon Street. Or we can go outside of town, find a field, make some ruts, play in mud, cause a scene. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. From the bed to the couch, then the floor. The neighbors yelling, keep it down next door. I'm sorry, but this girl I can't ignore. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can lay your body down, just hug and love and rub you all over this beach. Or we can go inside of town, find a bench at a park, cuddle up, make a sing. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. You're gonna get us in trouble. Girl, if it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. Yeah.
Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Deeper than the ocean, stronger than a hurricane, carved out in an oak tree, baby, with a heart around our names. Even when our hair turns gray, you'll be beautiful to me. And if you ever wonder, baby, let me tell you how it's gonna be. My love is forever in a day. It'll never go away, like it's chiseled in stone, written in a love song. Moon and the stars and the sky shine bright together. My love for you is forever. My love for you is forever.
never gonna run, never gonna go away. My love is forever in a day. It'll never go away like it's chiseled in stone, written in a love song. Moon and the stars in the sky shine bright together. My love for you is forever. Forever in a day, it'll never go away like it's chiseled in stone, written in a love song. Moon and the stars and the sky shine bright together. My love for you is a hold on tight. Gonna get it right, gonna love you, baby, for the rest of my life. Moon and the stars and the sky shine bright together. My love for you is forever. My love for you is forever. Deeper than the ocean, stronger than a hurricane.
His name is Ty March. That is his latest single. It is called Forever. He made the big move to Nashville, Tennessee not too long ago, but you can find him on Facebook and Twitter at Ty March Country. Good stuff on the radio. I could listen to this station forever, couldn't you? We sure hope you do. I aspire to live that long, I'm telling you. Next up is my good friend from Miami, Florida, Miss Sarah Lenore. This is called Don't Know Why on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best, broadcasting live and all over the world right now on Spreaker.com.
I know why I'm breathing, and I know why I'm here, and I know why the sun shines. Every reason is there, it's so perfectly clear, and I know why the sky's so blue. Search for the words on my tongue, but they just won't come.
warning to new music beginners. New music can be pointy. Do not run with new music. Ingesting new music could cause euphoric conditions. Smiling may occur. Do not ever point new music at anyone unless you mean to use it. And always get your new music from a reliable source.
Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! Up to the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I looked you up again last night, found a photograph of you online, and I took a shot for old times. Many years have gone by, but I'm still getting drunk off that smile, and I'm wondering where you're at tonight. Did you go to California? Or maybe Tampa Bay, Florida. Hey, did you move to the city? Oh, I bet you're still as pretty. I don't even know if the drinks are talking. I don't even know if I'm broken hearted. All I know is I want you. Drunk on you tonight. I'm a little drunk on you. Friday night, the waitress smiles. There's a glimpse of you in her eyes, and I raise a glass for old times. Said, did it? I drive alongside your old house. There's a light shining so bright. Wondering where you're at tonight. Did you go to California? Or maybe Tampa Bay, Florida? Hey, are you down in Alabama? Or maybe up in Montana?
are Silver Drive 35. That's where you can find them on Facebook and Twitter, and follow their fan club as well, Silver Drive 35 Fan Club on Twitter. And what a great tune called Drunk on You. Well, I'm getting drunk on coffee. I started this show at 8 o'clock this morning, started the coffee before that, and we're still having a good time listening to the best in new country music. How about this next gentleman from Canada, Mr. Cody Prevost, his latest single, Today's Not My Day, on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Some guy cut me off on the way to work. I spilled hot coffee on my shirt. Hit a traffic jam by the Baptist church, and I was running late this morning. So I yelled and cussed and hit the dash. Then I saw that long black Cadillac, that line of headlights rolling past. Put it in perspective for me. Yeah, today's not my day, but today could be worse. Instead of driving this old Jeep, I could be riding in that hearse. No more knowing she's my world, being a daddy to my girls. There's so much left to do and left to say. So thank God today's not my day. She and I've got dinner plans tonight, and this weekend's back porch glass of wine. We got a trip out west in mid-July, plans for growing old together, and my girls, they're counting on me too. Yeah, to see their wildest dreams come true. Walk them down the aisle like daddies do, toast them to forever. Yeah, today's not my day, but today could be worse. Instead of driving this old Jeep, could be riding in that hearse. No more knowing she's my world, being a daddy to my girls. There's so much left to do and left to say. So thank God today's not my day. 'Cause Lord, I need more time to be down here, stick around here before they put me in the ground. There's so much left to do and left to say. So thank God today's not my day.
'Cause there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! 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 Up to the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Against makeup application while you drive. I said, officer, sir, I don't mean no harm. I'm just hauling these tomatoes from our family farm. Well, his knees started shaking and his jaw hit the ground. Said, didn't know you're from the country, didn't mean to slow you down. It ain't my cooking, it ain't my style, but I got one thing that drives a men folk wild. Don't blame me for what happens, I can't help what I'm doing. The boys go crazy when I talk country to them. Never have to pump my gas at the quick and mart. Can't recall the last time I put away a shopping cart. Always get 6 extra and my 5-piece tenders, and there's a crowd waiting for me at the drive-through window. Now don't be jealous, it ain't my fault, and they still don't pay attention. They just love to hear me talk. It ain't my cooking, it ain't my style, but I got one thing that drives a men folk wild. Don't blame me for what happens, I can't help what I'm doing. The boys go crazy when I talk country to them. They go hog wild, now don't ask me why. They hate to see me go, but love to hear me say goodbye. Love to hear me say goodbye. Well, the telephone rings around 3 a.m. and I know it has to be that prank caller again. I said, save your breath, pervert, I know why you called. Yes, I'm wearing my Carhartt overalls. It ain't my cooking, it ain't my style, but I got one thing that drives the men folk wild. Don't blame me for what happens, I can't help what I'm doing. The boys go crazy when I talk country to them. Oh, they go crazy when I talk country to them. Hey boys, y'all mind giving me a hand with these tomatoes? Oh, thank you, you're such a sweetheart.
Her name is Misty Loggins. That is called Talk Country to 'em. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, even better if you can sing country to 'em. That's how you get the guys, that's for sure. You get this guy if you can sing country. That is awesome. We love hearing from you, too. Send us those emails, indiecountryradio@yahoo.com, MP3s. And if we like what we hear, we will get you on the radio and you can sing country to them. This next artist sings country pretty darn good. She is Brandy Clark. You can find her on Twitter at @TheBrandyClark. Her latest single is called Homecoming Queen on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
28 shouldn't look this old, but the last 10 years sure took their toll on the girl in the picture with the plastic crown. That sequin dress wouldn't fit her now like it did before the kids. Yeah, she loves her husband 'cause she said she would. Oh, it ain't so bad, but it ain't so good. She swore she wouldn't get stuck in this town. Now she's cutting coupons 2 doors down from her mom. And it goes on. Yeah, too bad life ain't a local parade in your uncle's Corvette on a Saturday with all the little girls waiting on you to wave when you're 17. You don't know that you won't always be homecoming queen. A newspaper clipping and a sash in the box are the only things that didn't get lost. She married a guy on a real estate sign, and it's hard to believe once upon a time she was royalty, the girl we all wanted to be. Yeah, too bad life ain't a local parade in your uncle's Corvette on a Saturday with all the little girls waiting on you to wave when you're 17. You don't know that you won't always be homecoming queen or the captain of the team. It ain't what it seems.
Country Radio.
I'm about to come over. I got a little plan tonight. I got a good feeling. I'm about to make you lose your mind. We both know where this will go. Sitting here alone with you. The way you look, you're looking good. Boy, I'm gonna make my move. I dare you to tell the truth about the way you feel about me. Don't lie. Maybe just one kiss, it can be real quick. Just put your lips right on mine. So let's sit down on the sofa, move a little closer. All you gotta do is choose between truth or dare tonight. I got another question. I wanna do that again a little bit longer. It won't have to end. We both know where this will go. Spending all night with you. We'll take it slow, 'cause we both know, baby, this is overdue. I dare you to tell the truth about the way you feel about me. Don't lie. Maybe just one kiss, it can be real quick. Just put your lips right on mine. So let's sit down on the sofa, move a little closer. All you gotta do is choose between truth or dare tonight. Come on, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, yeah, yeah, yeah. I dare you to tell the truth about the way you feel about me. Don't lie. Maybe just one kiss, it can be real quick. Just put your lips right on mine. So let's sit down on the sofa, move a little closer. All you gotta do is choose between truth or dare tonight. Truth or dare tonight.
Her name is Lindsay Aaron from Nashville, Tennessee, and a great tune called Truth or Dare. Well, that's going to do it for me. I want to thank Kerri Haer for a nice, great radio interview today. Had a great time hanging out with her, and let's do it again real soon. Stay tuned tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Miss Katie Beth is going to be on the air with Breaking Boundaries, so you don't want to miss that live show right here on Spreaker.com as well. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Check us out on our website, timkellyproductions.com. Next time I will talk to you will be Monday on KUHSdenver.com. Have a great weekend, everybody, and stay safe from this weather coming in.
Put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. when it's